Well, hello again everybody, welcome back. And American lock company Padlocks. I see and get asked quite a lot of questions about them, so I thought I'd go ahead and answer a lot of them and tell everybody what I actually know about them. One of the main questions I always get asked is, how difficult is it to pick an American lock? Well, it depends how long is a piece of string. We have this red 1100, 5 pins, all locked up, and with a bit of luck I won't cock this up on camera, doing it in hand. And there we go, we've got a full set, counter rotation, and we're open. So they can be opened that quickly. That's full of security pins, 5 of them. Then we've got this one here, a 1305, which has seen a better life. Got no key with it, and that is in my naughty bucket. I still haven't managed to open it, but it's exactly the same core, will have the same pins in it to a certain extent. Only difference I have found with the 1305 is most of the ones I've come across are full of serrated pins with no spools, which does make it a little bit more difficult. So, which should you start on? Well, any of them really, but the 1105s, 1100s are probably the easiest to get hold of, and they are just 5 pinners, even though they have a 6-pin core. So that's probably the best thing to start with. But when we go through the range, we've even got this huge 748, which is about the largest padlock American lock do, but it still has the same core, with one very slight difference. If we look at the warding, if we can see, this little bit of warding here is thicker, deeper on there than, let's get this, can we see those together? So that piece there is thinner than that, and what that means is that your standard key for an American padlock will not go into a 748, but the 748 key will actually fit into a standard lock. Wrong bitting to turn that one. So I think that answers about the picking. It excuse me, it does just really depend on the bitting, the pinning, rather than the actual lock itself. All the American cores, bar a few, I have seen, I think, an actual 5-pin core rather than a 6-pin core, but they are all the same in all the locks, no differences, no modifications. One thing to remember, if you pick one and take the core out, is very careful if you turn it 180 degrees, because all the key pins can drop out of those holes. That is designed for the quick and easy way to rekey one of the locks. So the last thing you want is turning it all around and everything dropping out on you. So always be aware of that. How to gut them, very simple, same as, you've probably seen it plenty of times before. just screw in there. That all pops out and we're done. So there are some of the padlocks around which are riveted rather than screw, which means you can't get the core out, but if you drill the riveted part out from the top it will all come apart. But what you will need is the proper set, which I've got somewhere here. Yeah, so you can, not easily available in the UK, but you can get hold of them, the screw packs. And just as an example, this is what your rivets would look like in there. So that's that bottom part goes up, that's where your screw head would be. You can just drill that out, tap it out and replace it if you've got one. So when it comes to the pins, we have only a very small number of pins you will find in them. Like I say, they're always the same. There's 8 different key pins, 8 different sizes. A lot of the keys, not so much on the newer ones. Can we get that focus? If we see the number there, 38773, that is the actual bitting. So that will be a 3, an 8, 2 7s and a 3 in that order. So that's how you identify what the pins are in there. And what you will find is pin numbers 1 and 2 are just standard. If we can focus on that, but that's purely just because of the size of them trying to get any serrations in there. All the other key pins are serrated. That's a number 3, which will have just the 2 serrations, and well, they all have just 2 serrations, but all near the top, and that's right up to the number 8. They always seem to have the same springs in, just little brass springs. And then we have 2 types of drivers. We have the spools, which are also serrated, and the serrated pins. And basically that is all you find in American locks or American padlocks. There is one other thing. A lot of them you'll see this 3-letter code on the back. We've got there, there and there. So those can decipher the month and year the lock was actually manufactured. There is a chart, I'll pop up a picture of it now just so you can see. So example SFG on this red one, so it means this one was made in August 1998. So you can tell how old the locks are that way with a lot of them. And right, we're up to about 9.5 minutes, so I think that'll do for now. Anyway, thanks for watching, see you again soon, bye.